Namaste. This is the right way to do Namaste, wherein your fingers are in line with each other and the shoulders are opened out and you are breathing in and out as deep as possible. And with the same posture, we are going to learn how to clap. Just turn your hands like this and you have to clap this way for 2 minutes before every meal. I am assuming that you would continue to clap for the next 2 minutes. The reason why we do this clapping is our hands have 28 of the 340 sensitive points which are present in our body. So this is the ancient system of Ayurveda which tells us that when these 28 sensitive points in the hands are invigorated daily and frequently, it sets up many things in the body in a very fine way. For example, people who have rheumatoid arthritis would see this reducing as they practice 20 minutes of clapping every day. And for youngsters as well, because we all are involved in sedentary lifestyle, we use our mobiles, computers a lot. This entire neck region, the shoulders and the low back always are having a cramped sensation. So when you clap like this instead of like this type of clapping is for congratulating someone, praising someone when they have won something, or you want to appreciate or motivate someone. But for health, this is the method to clap. So what you will feel at the end of the clap is tingling sensation throughout the palms. The palms would become very warm. It shows that you have done the process in a perfect way. So every day, let us clap for 6 minutes at least. If not possible, 2 minutes before every meal of the day. For elders, it's advised to clap 20 minutes every day. In the second set, we have 3 techniques. One is a pranayama called Bhramari humming bee technique. The second is called the Prana mudra, which is practiced like this. And the third is called the Linga mudra, which is done like this. So let's go one by one. The first technique helps us to work with the ENT, that is the ear, nose, throat. These are the 3 channels through which the viral infections happen to the humans. Because either your pollen dust or the viral infections first start happening here and then they slowly seep into this. Second thing, we spoke about the ability to have a strong mind, whether there is an infection or not, even during the day-to-day life. So the technique of Bhramari helps us not only to work with the ENT system, that is ear, nose, throat, also it helps us to reduce the thoughts in the mind. So the unnecessary thoughts, worries and anxieties can also be reduced by practicing this technique. The government of India has understood the importance of this technique and has widely publicized that this humming bee technique should be practiced at least 6.5 minutes every day, at least during this COVID times. So we are going to see the simple demonstration. There are many ways to do this technique. So this technique we are going to show right now that can be understood and practiced by one and all. So there is a portion here. We are using the fingers to close both the ears like this. So this is the first step. The moment you close, with eyes also closed, you have to inhale gently as deep as possible. And then as you exhale, you have to start making sound from the throat region so that the entire region feels vibrated and calibrated. So let's see the demo now. Yes. What happens during Bhramari is this entire region feels vibrated and the sensations are there throughout the ENT system. And the best way to practice this is to ensure that the humming sound is slightly above or at the regular speaking volume. Your humming sound should not be very low. It should be at or above your regular talking voice. This has to be very clear. The second point to note is the inhalation you did and the exhalation you released. Both should be equal or the exhalation should be more. That means you are prolonging the ability to hold and then release in a very gentle way. If you notice a few days before, one of the simple techniques shared by the doctors to understand whether we are infected or not is they requested us to hold our breath for 15 seconds. During those 15 seconds, if we had breathlessness, we were immediately asked to check for the coronavirus, if at all we are infected with that. So the holding of breath becomes very important, and the lung capacity also has to be improved. So that is the next technique which we would learn. So now once again let's practice Bhramari. Ensure that you practice at least 6 to 6.5 minutes every day. You would feel a sense of calm each time you complete the practice. Imagine practicing this for 6 minutes every day, early in the morning, the first thing before you start interacting with others. The mind is calm, you can work with the anxieties and worries, and if you are a person who has a meditating habit, it helps you to get deep into meditation. So in a nutshell, this technique is called Bhramari, humming bee technique. There are various ways to do this technique, but for the audience to understand and practice or start their practice, this is the simplest way, is to close the ears, inhale, no need to retain the breath. As we exhale, make a humming sound. Ensure that the humming voice is slightly at or above your regular talking voice, and the exhalation is done more than the inhalation. So this is the first technique which we are practicing to improve our immunity in the ENT level as well as the mind. This is the mudra which is called the Prana mudra. Prana means life force. So when we practice this mudra, ensure that the palms are facing up, not down like this or sideways. Because mudras are called psychic locks. They also act like levers. So the purpose of this session using Prana mudra is to enhance our immunity. So when we practice Prana mudra, we are able to hold our breath a lot than the regular method. So what you have to do is just keep your eyes closed, open out your chest, keep the spine straight, hold the mudra in a steady way for at least 3 minutes with a smiling face. Inhale and exhale as deep as possible without making any noise. All the while, the gentle smile is intact, the chest is opened up, and the mudra is held steady. And with a few blinks, you can open your eyes. This mudra and the minimum 3 minutes of breathing, technically we can go up to 6 or 12 minutes. So when you are on your call on a Bluetooth, you can sit on a chair and also practice this mudra while answering the call. Or when you are watching television, you can still sit in this way and watch the television. Ensure that 3 to 12 minutes you practice this mudra every day. So what happens? The entire respiratory tract, the respiratory system from the throat till the lungs, this entire region is fortified and strengthened by the practice of Prana Mudra this way. After practicing Bhramari and Prana Mudra, this Linga Mudra has to be practiced this way. So how to practice? Just coalesce your fingers. The left thumb should be steady like a rock and hold the base of the left thumb this way. And then place it gently like this, and with eyes closed, stay in this position for 3 to 12 minutes. With a smiling face, gently inhale and exhale. Let the chest be open. This mudra helps to strengthen the nervous system in the body. So, the first practice of Bhramari helps you to strengthen the ENT plus helps the mind in a well-balanced way. The second practice of Prana Mudra helps to strengthen your respiratory system. The third mudra, Linga Mudra, helps you to strengthen the nervous system. So in this way, we give complete protection to the mind and body through a simple pranayama technique and couple of mudras. Remember, we started all this with clapping. Clapping is extremely important to invigorate the body organs. For some of you who are regular meditators, you may know the importance of holding this mudra during your meditation, the chin mudra. In some systems, it's called Jnana Mudra. The names doesn't matter, the effect matters. So, when we practice this mudra, what happens is the breath can reach the lowest lobe of the lung. So, when you start breathing in and out using a mudra properly, it again helps you to build greater immunity. Remember, building immunity is not just for facing the coronavirus. We should understand that life doesn't stop or start with coronavirus. It's a temporary lockdown wherein we revisit the fundamentals and align our lifestyle in sync with nature. So the practice of three mudras, Bhramari, pranayama, and the clapping are very simple techniques which we can practice every day. So now we also are going to learn the right way to do sun salutation. The best thing we should do is to have warm water instead of room temperature or refrigerated water. Warm water is in sync with the bodily fluids like mucus, blood, phlegm, and the sweat. So when we drink warm water instead of refrigerated water, the body doesn't get confused. So it is very important at these times not to get any viral attack or any cold and cough. The last request is please take care of yourself by sleeping in time, because the internal organs of our body work optimally from 10 to 2 o'clock. At least during these lockdown times, kindly hit the bed quick and also get up soon in the morning to practice these mudras and sun salutations. Once the lockdown opens, we don't know the tight schedules we may have and the punishing commitments we may have. But at least during lockdown, ensure that you sleep from 10 to 5 or 9 to 4. Help your body to fight against anything by you facilitating proper sleep, rest, eating right type of food, taking warm water throughout the day, at least 2 to 3 liters, practice sun salutation, and also learn couple of other postures from the yoga teachers known to you. If you need any assistance, you can write to us. Then practice the simple technique of Bhramari and the 3 mudras, which are Linga mudra, Prana mudra, and the Chin mudra. So this practice and the lifestyle changes will help us to fight against not only coronavirus but anything that may happen in future as well. These things help us to fortify the mind and strengthen our immune system. Thank you. Namaste.